We're back with Josh today.
Hello, everybody.
Good morning, Toaster Shoes.
Do you want to tell everyone where you've been? We did.
Yeah, my car kind of blew up.
For all of
It didn't really blow up.
It
It slipped a piston, cracked the engine block, oil leaked out, engine's totaled. Yeah.
Hat
Shut
off.
the fuck up. Damn it.
I know our zero listeners have been sad because we haven't uploaded any podcasts recently, but we're back.
Hey, tonight I'm going ham with the editing, so
Yeah.
We can't upload them all at once.
Why not?
watch me,
It,
Kevin.
will it scare away our zero
Watch
listeners?
me.
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen. That'd be a real shame. Why is my mic? Why is none of the thing going on the yellow? That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, Chris.
See, like normally that would be in the red, but oh. Well.
You know what somebody told me yesterday?
It sounds like go get the trap on.
Maybe we stop doing that.
We were talking about the basketball season, and like I don't follow basketball week by week, but like I stay up to like I watch like the highlight plays and stuff. And somebody told me they're only like 8 weeks in or something like that.
8 games.
8 games in. Yeah, I was like, oh, bruh. I thought they've been playing for like months now.
You know what?
Seems like it's been way longer.
You know what status I was
crazy.
that made me just want to blow my brains out. Giannis is the first player to ever have 200 points, 100 rebounds, and 56 through the first 8 games. That's such a fake fucking stat.
I hate those ESPN stats where it's like they're the first player to have this stat, this stat, and this stat. It's like who cares? It's almost like
It's a made up.
it's it's like this doesn't matter at all. Like next time someone does that, they're not gonna be like it doesn't matter at all. The only things that matter are like your rankings in points, your rankings in assists, your rankings in rebounds, postseason stuff. That's the only stuff that matters. The stupid ESPN stats are so dumb. I hate seeing them. They just take up space.
I have one about Luka too. He's like the first player with a 29, 15, 13 triple double on back-to-back nights.
Yeah, but it's like who cares?
Who the fuck cares?
That's like when Thaddeus Young had those stats and they were comparing
Who the
him
hell
to
is
Larry
Thaddeus
Bird.
Young?
Exactly.
I don't even know who that is.
And they were comparing him to Larry Bird and LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Just because he posted good stats for like 2 nights. But it wasn't even that good stats.
Oh, they were also talking about how Gordon Hayward.
Is daddy?
Well, no. So Blake and this other kid were like arguing that he's back and like he's the old Gordon Hayward again. And then Kyle was like totally shitting on him. He's like, no, he had 2 good games. He's gonna play like shit the rest of the season. That's what I always thought he seemed like he was back. I don't know.
He's back because he's playing like his old self. Last year he didn't because he was afraid to go to the rim, which is understandable.
And, you know, he was still coming off the injury.
Right, but now he's back to the explosive.
All of them.
Oh yeah, all 4. Well, no, I'm not really sure. I don't know if you can figure it out. But yeah, because he goes to the rim now. He attacks hard. So
Let's get his confidence back.
Yeah,
And he's got a shot now,
It's
which
fun
is
to
pretty
watch. Yeah.
Did he not pre-injury?
Yeah, pre-injury he was just like a slasher. He would just go straight to the basket every time. But now he can shoot.
Porter started the first quarter 100%, but he hooked up a stupid shot just because the time was expiring in the first quarter.
It happens.
Happens. I don't really think he really cares.
Yeah, I mean that's I like those shots because it's not something that's like if a guy's hot and he puts up a shot like that, they're not gonna get cold. Like they're not gonna like lose that mindset. They're just gonna be like, all right, well, you know, it was a stupid shot, doesn't matter. Like that's how I feel. You know, like if I just have to chuck up a dumb shot like that, it doesn't matter. You know, like you'll get the ball back, doesn't matter.
Sometimes on my way home, I listen to sports radio instead of music. And I heard they were talking about like how Kemba might be upset when Jaylen Brown comes back because he's gonna get less touches. But then they looked it up. He's averaging career high in points, and he has 1 less shot. It's like I don't really think he's gonna be upset.
I think Kemba will be happy no matter what as long as they make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Speaking of playoffs,
People call it-
Patriots.
First loss?
It doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Like,
it really doesn't.
My coworker's a Ravens fan. He was like shitting all over Patriots. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, like that's cute, but
One,
Pat Mahomes coming back this week though.
that doesn't mean shit either.
He was a full participant in practice yesterday.
It's just a different quarterback scheme. You can't practice against it. What are you gonna do if they play him in the playoffs? Bill Belichick will shit on Lamar Jackson.
that's exactly
Oh, yeah.
Especially
that's
if they're out.
exactly
Yeah.
what my coworker, who was a Ravens fan, was saying. He was like, yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be the matchup for that division and in the end of the playoffs, but like Patriots still gonna win
Yeah.
because
The,
Lamar Jackson is one of those players who's going to cause so many coaching changes, but now that they've played him and they know what he does and
Yeah.
how to better defend against him.
they
Especially-
thought they had him figured out, but now they actually have him figured
Yeah, I
out.
Especially
mean,
Bill Belichick. He
This
does
was
it every
this
year.
is this is the best kind of learning experience you can have is a loss.
Yeah.
Because now you know it's hard to build off of a win like that, but it's easy to build off of a loss and see what you did wrong.
How many running yards did he have? Was it like his normal crazy amount, or was it like
It's
they hold him
less.
pretty well?
It's definitely less.
Do you guys think he's gonna win MVP?
And if they play him in the playoffs, it will be at home. So that's completely different too. Pats don't lose at home.
Yeah.
Last time they lost at home was 2017.
2 years ago.
Is that regular and postseason stats?
First month of the season. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I thought it was gonna be way longer ago, but then you said 2017. I was kind of like,
You know,
Yeah, but that's still pretty
It's
impressive.
still-
That's
yeah, oh,
eight
for
games,
sure.
8 games a year.
like what other team can
6,
say that?
14
Yeah.
plus playoffs. So.
I know, right? What other team can
Yeah,
say
what
they
other
haven't
team can
lost
say
at home?
That's
since-
just like it's one of those stats where you like I heard it and I was like, oh, it was only 2 years ago, but then I think like no other team in the NFL can say
Yeah.
that.
2 years ago, that's what did they play? 8 home games this season. That's 16 games. That's a lot.
No, it's 14 because they lost 2 at home and then one of them, the
Yeah,
last
well.
one was
Still a lot of games.
plus playoffs. So I
Plus
don't know how many they
playoffs,
had at home.
Yeah.
And then
That's-
plus however many they had this year. So what? Like
That's
3 to this
crazy.
point, 4. Yeah, pretty impressive.
Who do you guys think is gonna win MVP this year?
Russell Wilson or Christian McCaffrey?
Christian
I
McCaffrey
think-
Those
doesn't
are pretty
have
good
a great
picks, yeah.
I think it's Russell Wilson. He's having a great season. He had 5 touchdown game last week, but Christian McCaffrey is putting up the same numbers that LT put up in his MVP season, which is he's on pace to break the record for most all-purpose yards in a season.
Russell Wilson is?
No, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh.
You know all-purposes?
No.
It's rushing plus receiving.
I wasn't really listening. Sorry, I zoned out for a second. I was
I
thinking about no, like not to shit.
No,
on you, I'm
I
not-
got it. I got it.
Was
Well, I
it James
just-
White or one of the Patriots running backs was on track to be like the leader for one of that a few seasons ago when we had that
Thought
big
James White, 'cause
receiving
he's
core?
Receiving back.
So I would have been listening, but I started thinking like about Lamar Jackson and how he's so big right now, and he's in the MVP conversation. He's probably not going to win, but he's still in it. And so, do you guys think that's going to affect how? I know we've already kind of had this conversation, but do you guys think that's going to affect how quarterbacks are in the future? Like, do you think more quarterbacks are going to try to rush? For
Well, I'm
100 yards
thinking
like
I'm
that?
thinking about his future. What does it hold for him next season? If he can't come back and put up the same stats, is he going to even have a career? You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
because there's a lot of guys that come out and they have a great first
Yeah,
season
they're
and
gonna
they
figure out-
disappear.
Defenses are going
But-
to figure out how to play against the pistol.
Yeah.
But Jalen Hurts is the same way. He's Oklahoma right now. He has like 13 rushing touchdowns and like 500 rushing yards through like 9 games. Which, wow. I personally wouldn't be upset if the Patriots drafted him.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm a big Jalen Hurts guy, but
James, what are you doing?
they're playing
Yeah,
weird
listen to the
music.
music.
I can hear it too.
I'm getting it.
But yeah, I don't know. It's a lot of quarterbacks would have to like I don't know. They weren't, they didn't grow up playing that style.
Yeah.
And colleges aren't just like.
Yeah, and I feel like not everybody's gonna be able to adapt to that
I mean,
style.
and,
Oh, for
and,
sure.
and the way to get used to that is to do it in college. And colleges don't want to do that, so I don't know.
But you also got to think like,
It's definitely a weapon to have a quarterback like that.
but this is how sports evolves. Like one guy does it, and then the fans who are watching, the kids at home see that, and they're like, "That's something I could do.
Yeah.
I want to be like that. That's like a cool thing. That's a new thing." And so then those kids are gonna go home. They're gonna play quarterback. They're gonna rush like that. They're gonna throw like that, and they're gonna grow up. And some of them, I just, it's such a vulnerable way of playing. Like you get rocked.
Yeah.
When you're going, and that's just it for your career. Like that's not a sustainable way of playing quarterback.
No, I'm sure
Yeah.
eventually he'll probably
Like,
switch
imagine
over once he
if
gets
Brady-
older.
Imagine if Brady was rushing for 300 yards every game, and like he would get clapped.
Yeah.
And like his second year in the Patriots, he probably would have gotten smoked.
Oh
It's
yeah,
either-
that's what I
it's
mean.
either
Like
gonna
eventually
be-
he's not gonna be able to run like that.
It's
you know
either
what I
going to
mean?
be the collective amount of hits he's taking because he doesn't go out of bounds and likes to take hits and doesn't slide, or it's going to be one massive hit that's just going to wreck him.
Yeah.
A name that
Or-
comes to mind when we talk about this is Cam Newton because he used to take hits all
Oh
the
my
time.
God,
Then he got the
would
concussions,
flip
and
into
now
the end zone and he broke
Yeah.
his back. Ugh.
Or it's just gonna be, even if that doesn't happen, it's gonna be wear and tear on his joints
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
because you just can't be doing all of that stuff.
I see two outcomes from this. Either he's gonna have a really short, awesome career, or he's gonna have a long career with an amazing start and a terrible end.
Yeah, it's just gonna be
Yeah.
like okay, yeah, he
It's-
played good towards the
if-
middle, and then
yeah.
he fell off.
If you're a quarterback and you run, you slide or you get out of bounds.
Yeah.
But
Hey, don't go for the
imagine-
extra yards. Jimmy Garoppolo, you fucking dumbass. That's what he
But
broke
imagine
his ACL
what his
last year.
trainings must be like him, because he'd be training like a running back and a quarterback. That's gonna
Yeah.
be so destructive for your body.
And isn't Lamar Jackson? He's really skinny, isn't he?
He's not a big dude.
If they got
Yeah.
a receiver like Mohamed Sanu and they could run like sick trick plays because Mohamed Sanu can throw the ball.
Mm.
If they ran it with him and Lamar went out as a wideout, that would
Oh.
be filthy.
Imagine.
Mohamed Sanu actually has a perfect passer rating. Fun fact.
Yeah. So doesn't Julian Edelman have a perfect passing rating too, or something like that? It's pretty close.
I don't know. Maybe.
I like
The same
Julian
thing
Edelman, he's
about-
a white guy.
See, I like him, but I was gonna say he has to learn how to stop fighting for yards.
Edelman,
Yeah.
That
He's
fumble.
getting-
He,
yeah.
he takes some serious hits too. He's got to
He's-
slow it down.
especially at this point in his career, like he's getting pretty up there in age. Like you cannot be getting rocked like that
the
every single play
flips
just for 2
every
yards.
play, and then when he just fights for yards and he doesn't fumble often, but that fumble against Ravens that killed us.
And he's definitely
That was
had a lot
that
more
was like the nail in
injuries.
the coffin.
He's definitely had a lot more injuries recently than he did a few years ago. Like just the small,
And
like
he's-
little ankle tweaks or the chest pains. Like,
It's
buddy,
because,
slow it down.
It's because he thinks these 2 yards matter.
Yeah.
And like he just goes for it. It's
And
like, you
he's-
don't have to do that, dude.
He's
We're
a
the
hell of
Patriots.
a player, but
And
just-
someone will be going low on
Yeah.
him, and he'll jump up, and the guy will just flip him over. It's like, bro,
Yeah.
your chest is broken right now. Stop,
yeah.
fucking idiot.
No guts, no glory.
He takes that a little too seriously.
Yeah, for real.
He's gonna have
Some-
no brains when he's old.
Someone really needs to sit some of these like, just any like athletes from every sport and be like, guys, like
Settle
I get
down.
it matters, but
Yeah.
like you got to think like at the end of the day, what really happens when you win the Super Bowl? Like you're gonna have to move on with your life at some point.
Well, that's kind of what Gronkowski did. He was like, you know what, guys, it's not worth
Yeah,
it.
there's,
I'm
like-
just getting hurt. This is
like-
stupid.
you know, obviously it matters a lot to win, and I understand that, like where that comes from. But then you also have to think your football life ends at some point. Your basketball life ends at some point. You have to be able to move on with your life, and you have to think, like Kawhi Leonard said the other day. I want to be able to play basketball with my son when he starts playing basketball. That's why I rest at games.
Yeah.
You can't go out there every game and give it your all because you're gonna retire at 35. You have 30, 40, 50 years left of your life.
Why was she?
But
No,
you're also
What they did.
no,
She was like staring
yeah,
at
she
us.
was
Like
she's
just
like,
I
I
was
don't know
like,
what you-
whoa.
and I like looked, and she's like, eye contact. But yeah, you don't want to be mush when you're 35 and retired. And you can't
Yeah,
do anything
exactly.
with your kids.
You know,
like,
on Saturday, I think I watched. You know how the NFL puts out those like career stories on like the legends or whatever. They put
Yeah.
one out on Tony Gonzalez, and usually I don't watch those because they're stupid and cringy. But I watched this one. I never knew like so much about Tony Gonzalez, and he did the same thing. Like he never like won or anything. Like he made the playoffs like 3 times, and he did the same thing. He's like, guys, I'm getting old. This isn't worth it because I'm not winning. But then he ended up coming back for a season. But anyway, yeah, he did the same thing.
I have a lot of respect for athletes like Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was like,
Yeah.
dude, I'm getting injured. This isn't like what I want anymore. I'm retiring.
It's a lot more common now than it was in
Well,
past
I think
years.
because now they really have that understanding of like, holy shit, this is bad
Yeah.
for our bodies.
And the whole concussions thing that came
Oh,
out with
yeah.
all the
And if you
sports.
get the bag young,
yeah, oh
if
yeah,
you
get
yeah.
the
bag
If you're one of those
young,
guys who's in
yeah.
like the first
Yeah.
round
out.
and you get like $1 billion for your
Oh,
rookie
yeah.
contract, and you're just like
You know, that's why
cleaning up.
I think Kyler Murray he chose football, but then if he really wanted to, he could retire from football in like 3 years and go play baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt,
Bank
no
in
doubt.
baseball.
He could be a
It'd be better for
Jordan or
what
a.
happened here. Yeah, super.
Somebody screamed.
It would be.
There's a clap.
It'd
All
be-
right, all right.
It would be better for his body because he's not taking hits, and there's more money in baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and especially with how
That's
long your
hell
career
of
can be in
money in
baseball.
baseball. Oh.
I think I'm gonna start watching baseball when the season comes back.
I love
'Cause I miss baseball.
What position was Kyler Murray in baseball?
Infielder.
Yeah.
People shit on baseball, but I think baseball's. I can watch baseball.
I know I shit on
I have
baseball
no
so
problem
much, but
watching
like
baseball.
I kind of want to watch it now.
It's fun.
Like
every once in a while,
especially
but
when
a
like
game.
some hype stuff goes down in baseball.
Yeah.
Like there's some sick stuff that goes in baseball. Like not even home runs and stuff, just like the double plays. Like when your team like does something cool in baseball, you're, like that,
Yeah.
that's epic.
I personally love watching the end of games, especially close games.
Oh yeah, when they go into extra innings, that's the
And then
best.
sometimes extra innings can be extra. Like the 17-inning World Series game 2 years ago.
Okay, well yeah, that's a little ridiculous. I'm talking like
Remember that?
10, 11 innings.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
One time, my family and I were in St. Louis, and we went to see a Red Sox game, and they were like they were getting blown out, and so we left early. And then Big Papi had like 2 grand slams to bring them back,
Yeah.
and we did see it.
Oh,
And to this day, I'm just like, man, I wish we'd stayed.
I remember that World Series against St.
Yeah.
Louis.
This
That was fun.
this past playoff run when they won, my mom and I went to a regular season game in Boston, and they were losing. It was like a weird day, and they ended up winning the game. And my mom wanted to leave early, and I was like, "Yeah, no, we're not fucking leaving early." And then they won. She's like, "It's a good thing we stayed." I was like, "Yeah, it was."
Yeah, you really have to like.
Yeah.
You pay for the tickets, just stay for the end of the game.
My uncle, he got us third baseline tickets for free.
Really.
So we were like on TV, like we were right above the batter's like shoulder, and it was like they were losing, and I remember we were walking out because it was like on a Wednesday night or something. So like they had work, we had school, so we left early. And as we were walking out, someone had a home run, and I was like, they didn't give a fuck. And I said, and I was like, oh, can we just go watch it? Nope.
That's so sad.
I just
still-
heard yesterday that the Bruins went on a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah.
At the
Wow.
beginning of the season, that's pretty
Then
good.
They lost to the Canadians
Yeah.
on some bullshit call.
But they're back on the ice
They
tonight.
Garbage in hockey. This is
How
fucking-
come New England sports have all the best rivalries?
Right?
Like the Canadians Bruins
Facts.
rivalry, the
Yeah.
Yankees Red Sox rivalry, the Celtics Lakers rivalry. Like what other teams have good rivalries like that?
I mean, California, like the Dodgers.
Green Bay and
the
Chicago.
Dodgers, Giants, Green Bay, Chicago.
Lakers,
Those are just
Clippers.
like, that's just because they're like the first two teams.
Yeah,
No one really gives a fuck.
but still. it's
Outside
like-
of those two, no one gives a fuck.
Yeah, like
It's like the Yankees, if the Bears and the Packers played in the playoffs, it's like, oh, it's just another playoff game. The Yankees and the Red Sox play in baseball, everyone is
huge.
watching.
Ev-
that.
Yeah,
and
everyone
we're
is
not
watching that.
talking just like
Yeah.
everyone in New York and everyone in Boston. Everyone
Everyone
around
is
the
watching.
world.
Oh,
is a
yeah,
baseball
yeah.
fan. Everybody who's ever heard of baseball is looking at that
I
game.
mean, people who watch football are going to watch the other football game, but like, they could give two shits.
yeah.
It's another playoff game.
Yeah.
Um,
I think it has something to do with how. This is gonna sound terrible, but how cocky or how good we are at sports. You know what I mean? Because like,
You're not wrong.
yeah, like bring it on.
Because
I
usually,
mean, what are you
usually
gonna do?
when those games get hyped up like that, it's because both teams are really good at it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun now that both teams are good. I mean, the Red Sox didn't do that good this year, but like when the Red Sox won, both teams were pretty good.
Mm.
It was a fun playoff series to watch. I remember it.
Oh, and I remember the Yankees fans were like, "We want Boston," and we smoked them.
Oh.
so funny.
remember Aaron Judge played fucking New York outside the locker room after they won Game 1, and then we pissed down their throats the rest of the series. Yeah. Good job, buddy.
I want to go to a Red Sox game this season.
Yeah, that's my Christmas present this year to my family. Is I'm gonna buy us all Red Sox tickets.
Going to, I like
season
going to a
is
Red
over.
Sox game. That stadium's awesome and just
I
everything.
mean,
Man,
as
it's
long
such
as,
a
as,
great
long as you
stadium,
sit in the
yeah.
right part, like right field, the seats are fucked too.
I like sitting on the
They're
third baseline
facing
rather
towards
than
the
the first baseline.
outfield, so to watch the game, you have to like turn this way the whole time. Those seats suck, but that's
Wait, what seats?
left field,
Oh
and
yeah.
then like some parts of right field.
I'm
I
gonna
like.
pay $4,000 and get us all tickets on our home base.
Nice.
No, I like sitting on the third baseline, but
Podcast
like
money.
closer to third base, not like towards the outfield.
How's that?
Get the spike and
I like the line.
you just scream.
If you could go to one sports game, like right now, what would it be?
Does that have to be like current? Like I don't understand
Yeah,
the question.
no, like you could go watch one team play one team in any sport right now. What would it be?
I'd go to the Super Bowl.
Okay, but like who's playing?
Oh, I get to choose.
Yeah, you get to choose.
Oh,
Like you get. To
Oh,
choose the
okay.
teams.
Obviously the Patriots. I'm trying to think of the other team.
Right.
yeah.
I go to NBA Finals Game 7. Celtics Lakers right now. That would be fire.
Yeah, but wouldn't the Celtics just get their ass?
I was gonna say
no?
like, do you?
Probably. I'd watch LeBron go crazy.
But I mean, if it was still Game 7, that would be fire.
Yeah, it would still be
Fire.
dope, but like
No. Celtics
your
trade.
team would get
Celtics
destroyed.
trade for a big man during the season. Then it's Game 7.
just a
Celtics become
decent
the
big
best team in the league.
Or they actually give Robert Williams minutes.
We're the top team in
Then-
the East right now.
Really?
Yes, sir.
No
3
shit.
players over 20 points a game. 3, most in the league. But
Maybe they're going places. Maybe
I-
this
I
is
just-
Celtics season.
I just
Maybe
don't
it's
know
just
any good.
Kyrie Irving was a fucking bum.
I just don't know any good teams in the Western Conference for fucking.
You want to see 49ers? Seahawks?
I would
Ooh,
love to
49ers
see a.
actually would be nice. Garoppolo versus.
Yeah,
Brady.
but I don't know.
I mean, the Patriots would take a fat dump on it, but
Yeah,
I've just always wanted to go to a Super Bowl because I just think that's like
Mm.
such an amazing thing.
Josh.
yeah. Either Patriots 49ers or I'd like to see a Patriots Cowboys, just because like the Cowboys history. It's like, come on, like it's Cowboys.
Ooh, that could be. Ooh, both have 6. That could be
Yeah.
down for 7.
Yeah.
That'd be fire.
No, Steelers have 6.
Couple
I thought
teams.
they-
Cowboys
oh,
have
Cowboys
5.
have 5.
Oh really?
What about past games? I know mine already. It'd be 2004 ALDS Game 7, Red Sox Yankees.
No, I'd want to go to the Patriots Atlanta Super Bowl. 100%. I
That'd
would.
be fire.
I would
That'd
love
be
to
fire.
be
I'd
there
go
when
to the
that
Patriots
happens.
first Super Bowl. First
First
Super
one.
Bowl win.
Either that or the first Super Bowl ever between Green Bay and Kansas City.
No, I would
That
I
would
would
be kinda
go
cool to
I would
see.
go to the 2004 Red Sox game like Chris said. where they won the World Series.
Yeah.
That was a defining moment in not just Boston sports history, but sports history as a whole. Because the Red Sox,
They were
had
down
the-
3-0,
they
not
had
3-1.
They had the
3-0.
drought of no winning for like 8 years, and then they were down 3-0, like Chris said,
Yeah.
and they just out of nowhere came back.
Clean sweep.
Oh, I got chills talking about it. I have
I so wish I was
In-
older than 2 for that.
in my house, in my playroom, we have this thing hung up of all of the newspaper headlines up
Oh,
until
really?
they won the World Series. It's
That's
so sick
awesome.
because like it's got the first 3 losses, and then they come back,
That's
and it's
fire.
so sick.
Yeah.
My mom, we had it in our basement for the longest time. My mom cleaned it off for my dad's birthday one year, and it's so cool hanging up there.
I remember
My
I
mom
was-
used to have a ticket from that game, like a big poppy ticket.
I remember I was talking to someone about it. I was like, I wish I was older than 2 for that game. I wish I was old enough to actually remember that game. But what can you do?
Yeah, because
That whole series.
our kids are gonna be like, hey, do you remember that? And we'd be like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
I actually watched it.
Yeah.
You know what we can say? We remember Super Bowl 51.
Oh.
That's fine.
What's one player you would go back and watch play?
Ray Allen in 2012, and I would beat his ass. for the game. I would beat the fuck out of him with a pipe. He would never play sports again.
What was your question?
Play this. If you could go back and see like one player play.
I would break both his legs.
What's yours?
Just snap him. I was thinking Dan Marino. Cause like he was an awesome player, but like he wasn't that hype. He was just kind of
He just went out there and did his thing.
I'd like to go back and watch him
I'd like to
play.
go see Joe Montana and Jerry Rice.
Oh my gosh!
That'd
Can
be
you
fire.
imagine?
Or the first Super Bowl. That'd
Or
be
like,
cool.
or like Wayne
That was a
Gretzky
historic
in his
Super Bowl.
prime. Like to watch Wayne Gretzky's like 200-point season.
Bro, Wayne Gretzky changed the game of hockey. He was,
He
or
didn't change it. He is hockey.
yeah, or Bobby Orr. Watch him play. That would be dope.
I would go back to watch that game against the Blues.
Kurt
The
Schilling.
one where he got tripped.
Wait, Kurt Schilling's is Bloody Sock guy, right?
Bloody suck.
Yeah, yeah,
I had bloody suck game at CYA last Thursday.
yeah. Oh my God, Chris.
Call me
I
Kurt
forgot.
Chilling.
Chris Walkie is still
Wrong
complaining about his finger he jammed.
Have you seen it? It's swollen. It's
Yeah, it's
still
all gross and
huge,
stuff, but he's like bitching about it.
and
He's
it's like crooked.
every
Yeah,
time I touch it, pain
Yeah.
shoots up my arm. I'm like, oh, boo fucking who?
it's been like that for a while. I don't know why it doesn't go get that checked out. Like after a few days, I've been like, all right, it's time for you to go back to normal size. It's whatever.
But Cam wants me to go at 3 today. Are we not going at 3?
I don't know. They were texting earlier and said something about
Cam's at
6.
6 now. Wait, you get the new one?
New what?
Phone?
No, it's just a little.
Can't. He changed it to 6.
Okay, good. I like going at 6 better because then I can like. I was gonna nap before we went.
Wrap it up.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Toodles, toodles, toaster strudels, toodles,
Toodles.
Toodles. Toodles.
toaster strudels.
Toodles.
Toodles.